Bert Fisher. Where you at, Bert? Come up here, Bert, and join us today. Bert's on the list to be one of our speakers. I told him he had 3 minutes. He said, I got to go back and do a little editing.
If you look at my page here, it's butchered. But I'll get it down to 3 minutes. Thank you, buddy. We're losing our country, and we need to get it back. No, that's a little bit weak.
Yeah.
To honor those who've given their all, we must get our country back.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Today, there's an insidious domestic enemy that's sweeping our country. That domestic enemy is more dangerous than any foreign nation or any terrorist cell.
That's right.
You know who I'm going to say it is. That enemy is our own federal government.
Yes, that's right.
Why am I saying that? I spent 4 years in the Army, 1 year in Vietnam. I go to church. I'm pro-life. I like my shotgun. I use it to shoot skunks and armadillos. And I believe in legal immigration. For those reasons, our government has labeled me a potential terrorist.
That's right. That's what it is.
In the 222 years since the Constitution was signed, the Congress has been wrongfully expanding its powers at the expense of the states and individual rights. This concentration of power is the enemy of our liberty, and I want to talk about what we can do to stop that. The government isn't ever satisfied. It's always trying to grab more power. The government has become as powerful as it is because American voters have constantly sent career politicians to office.
That's right.
What we need to do is kick the career politicians out of office and replace them with citizen legislators.
Yeah.
Our government is out of control today because we're seeing nothing more than the horrible results of professional politicians replacing our Constitution with their own political agendas.
That's right. That's right.
There's only one solution to that. There's only one long-term permanent solution. That solution is to kick the career politicians out of Washington and replace them with citizen legislators.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to do a pretty simple thing. I'm going to ask you to listen to your political candidates. If they sound like politicians, and if they tell you what they're going to do for you, then kick them out.
That's right.
Instead,
It's good.
look for the candidate who doesn't want to be a politician.
That's good.
Look for the candidate who wants to go to Washington and he wants to rescue the country.
Yes.
To limit the powers of the federal government and return the power to the states where it belongs and to the individual citizens.
Good.
Those candidates are out there. Look for them and listen to them. And when you find them, send in the patriot.
Judy Curtis, come up here and join us. You got a few words?
Just a few.
Sure. Very nice job, Bert.
Mine's real short. In fact, Bobby took part of mine, but that's okay. I know you all have heard about the controversy regarding whether or not we should have a monument constructed on the courthouse lawn here in Lafleur County. And I just have a few things to say about that. Because there's a building in Washington, D.C., which houses the #1 court in our nation, the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And I have a question. If you were to go to that building and walk up the steps and look above the doors, you would see carved on the wall lawgivers of the world, all looking to the middle, and in the middle is Moses. And guess what he is holding? The Ten Commandments.
That's right.
If you were going to go into the Supreme Court and go to the courtroom, the two huge oak doors that have the Ten Commandments engraved on each lower portion of each door. As you sit inside the courtroom, you can see the wall right above where the Supreme Court judges sit. Guess what it displays on that wall? The Ten Commandments. 3 different places in the highest court of the land, you will find the Ten Commandments displayed. And did you know that there are Bible etchings everywhere in Washington, D.C.? And keep in mind, this city is very old, which proves to us in the beginning and the establishment of this country, we were, as Bobby said, a Judeo-Christian nation. James Madison, who was the 4th president, and he was known as the father of our Constitution, made the following statement, and I don't know if we had the same people or not, but he said, "We have staked the whole of all our political institutions upon the capacity of mankind for self-government, upon the capacity of each and all of us to govern ourselves, to control ourselves, to sustain ourselves according to the Ten Commandments of God." Does that mean you pick up your own trash? I wonder, does that mean that? Every session of Congress begins with a prayer. And it is a prayer, it is given by a paid preacher whose salary has been paid by the taxpayer since 1777. Now, how then have we reached a point where everything we have done for the previous 200-some years in this country is now suddenly wrong and unconstitutional? By the way, the quote, separation of church and state, see if you can find it in that Constitution. It's not in there.
No.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Mr. Bob Cooper? Bob here? Come up, Bob.
Come on, Bob.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
You might call me when you hear what I got to say.
No, sir.
I'm Bob Cooper. I'm a disabled combat veteran, World War II, and I love America.
Yes. Yes.
I want to also say I'm a native-born Oklahoman. I'm mighty proud that Oklahoma was the only state in the Union where Obama did not carry a couch. The so-called Reverend Wright, I won't call him Reverend because I heard him use God's name in vain, cursing America.
Yes.
Osama bin Laden, I mean, I almost got it right. He went to church there. Obama went to church there 21 years. The people of Oklahoma and cab drivers in New York could tell what Obama stood for. And I believe that I don't believe that he won this election. I think it was stolen. I had some choice remarks to make about Acorn. I guess everybody knows that what's been going on, and I'll not say any more about it, but it was a pleasure to be here and to hear these good folks speak. And I want to thank you for this opportunity to express myself. Thank you.